I'm Matthew Phelps, co-author of the Turning to God's Word Bible study, The Letter to the Hebrews, an explanation of the mechanism of our salvation. Today we'll be talking about lesson 20 of our study, which covers the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verses 1 to 32. This is the second part in our series, which delves into the Old Testament roots of the priesthood. In this case, we'll be looking at the priesthood of the Levites and the descendants of Aaron. So the Lord said to Aaron, "You and your sons and your father's house with you shall bear iniquity in connection with the sanctuary, and you and your sons with you shall bear iniquity in connection with your priesthood. And with you bring your burden also, the tribe of Levi, the tribe of your father, that they may join you and minister to you while you and your sons with you are before the tent of the covenant. They shall attend you and attend to all duties of the tent, but shall not come near to the vessels of the sanctuary or to the altar, lest they and you die. They shall join you and attend to the tent of meeting for all the service of the tent, and no one else shall come near you. And you shall attend to the duties of the sanctuary and the duties of the altar, and there be wrath no more upon the sons of Israel. And behold, I have taken your brethren the Levites from among the sons of Israel. They are a gift to you, given to the Lord, to do the service of the tent of meeting. And you and your sons with you shall attend to your priesthood for all that concerns the altar that is within the veil, and you shall serve. I give your priesthood as a gift, and anyone else who comes near shall be put to death." So, what's going on? A few things. First of all, to whom is the Lord talking? It is Aaron, who was brother of which famous Old Testament figure? Moses. So, and Aaron has been traveling with Moses and indeed speaking on Moses' behalf. And so here, when things are settling down a bit, Aaron gets his reward, which is he and his sons are appointed as priests of God, who will serve the inner sanctuary of the temple and offer sacrifices on behalf of the people, to redeem the people from their sins, which is a pretty cool job and a good gig. In addition, there is another group of people who are given to Aaron and his sons to help them in their service, who can go into the tent, but cannot go into or serve with the most sacred things. They are to help Aaron and his sons, but they are there only in an auxiliary role, and so they are not priests in the same sense. And they are the Levites. There is a whole tribe of the people of Israel who are taken and given as servants to Aaron and his sons. So the priests would be specifically only the descendants of Aaron. Aaron is also a Levite. So it would be the branch of the Levites who are sons of Aaron, would be the priests. And then you have Levites who are not priests, would be all the ones who are not descendants of Aaron. So we're carving out two groups in service of God. There's the elite upper caste group who would be the priesthood, the Aaronic priesthood, and then you have the Levites who serve God and serve worship, but are not themselves priests, which is an important distinction to make, and it's very easy to confuse those two things. Then the Lord said to Aaron, "And behold, I have given you whatever is kept of the offerings made to me, all the consecrated things of the sons of Israel. I have given them to you as a portion, and to your sons as a perpetual debt. This shall be yours of the most holy things, reserved from the fire. Every offering of theirs, every cereal offering of theirs, and every guilt offering of theirs, which they render to me, shall be most holy to you and to your sons. In a most holy place shall you eat of it. Every male may eat of it. It is holy to you. This also is yours, the offering of their gift, all the wave offerings of the sons of Israel. I have given them to you and to your sons and daughters with you as a perpetual debt. Everyone who is clean in your house may eat of it. All the best of the oil and all the best of the wine and of the grain, the first fruits of what they give to the Lord, I give to you. The first ripe fruits of all that is in their land, which they bring to the Lord, shall be yours. Everyone who is clean in your house may eat of it. Every devoted thing in Israel shall be yours. Everything that opens the womb of all flesh, whether man or beast, which they offer to the Lord, shall be yours. Nevertheless, the firstborn of man you shall redeem, And the firstlings of unclean beasts you shall redeem, and their redemption price, a month old, you shall redeem them. You shall fix 5 shekels in silver, according to the shekel of the sanctuary, which is 20 gerahs. But the firstling of a cow, or the firstling of a sheep, or the firstling of a goat, you shall not redeem, they are holy. You shall sprinkle their blood upon the altar, and shall burn their fat as an offering by fire, pleasing odor to the Lord. But their flesh shall be yours, as the breast that is waved in the right thigh are yours. All the holy offerings which the sons of Israel present to the Lord I give to you, and to your sons and daughters with you, as a perpetual debt. It is a covenant of salt forever before the Lord, for you and for your offspring with you. And the Lord said to Aaron, you shall have no inheritance in their land, neither shall you have any portion among them. I am your portion and your inheritance among the sons of Israel. So, being Aaron or one of his sons is a pretty good gig. All the best stuff is supposed to be offered to the Lord, and if you happen to be Aaron or one of his sons, you get it. It is reserved, set aside for you. So, it's not a bad gig. In exchange, you don't get to own any land yourself. You are dependent upon the gifts that the people make to the Lord. You are dependent upon the Lord for your subsistence. Still not a bad gig. That would be Aaron and his sons. There's a separate things are set aside for the Levites, which we'll read about as well. To the Levites I have given every tithe in Israel for an inheritance, in return for their service which they serve, their service in the tent of meeting. And henceforth the sons of Israel shall not come near the tent of meeting, lest they bear sin and die. But the Levites shall do the service of the tent of meeting, and they shall bear their iniquity. It shall be a perpetual statute throughout your generations, and among the sons of Israel they shall have no inheritance. For the tithe of the sons of Israel, which they present as an offering to the Lord, I have given to the Levites for an inheritance. Therefore I have said of them that they shall have no inheritance among the sons of Israel. So again, the Levites also, not allowed to own the land, don't get an inheritance that they can pass along. What they do get is they get the tithes of the people. If you keep in mind that there are 12 tribes, or 11 now that the Levites have been set aside, that's still more than everybody else's share. Not by much, but it's just a little bit. 1/10 is more than 1/11. It's still a slightly larger share. Not a bad gig, and in turn they are set aside to serve at the tent of meeting. So we've got, again, sons of Aaron receive all the best offerings to God, and they serve in the most sacred area, offering sacrifices before the Lord. Levites serve around that in the tent of meeting, and they get the tithes offered by the people. Again, 2 categories. Aaronic priesthood, priests. Levites, not priests, helping to serve the priests, not unlike Catholic deacons would do today. And the Lord said to Moses, moreover, you shall say to the Levites, when you take from the sons of Israel the tithe which I have given you from them for your inheritance, then you shall present an offering from it to the Lord, a tithe of the tithe. And your offering shall be reckoned to you as though it were the grain of the threshing floor, and as the fullness of the winepress. So shall you also present an offering to the Lord from all your tithes, which you receive from the sons of Israel. And from it you shall give the Lord's offering to Aaron the priest. Out of all the gifts to you, you shall present every offering due to the Lord, from all the best of them, giving the hallowed part from them. Therefore you shall say to them, when you have offered from it the best of it, then the rest shall be reckoned to the Levites as produce of the threshing floor, and as produce of the winepress. And you may eat it in any place, you and your households, for it is your reward in return for your service in the tent of meeting. And you shall bear no sin by reason of it, when you have offered the best of it. And you shall not profane the holy things of the sons of Israel, lest you die. So, even the tithe that the Levites get, they have to give a tithe of that, a tenth of their tenth, back to the sons of Aaron. And again, it has to be the best part. And then they get to keep like the sweepings on the floor or the dredges of the press. But the good stuff still have to give. So it's very clear the sons of Aaron are the things here. They're it. They are the beloved, the set aside for service to God. They're what you want to be. But being a Levite wouldn't be so bad either. Probably better than being a normal Israelite. So we see here emerging the beginning of a tiered class in Israel. Before you had Israelites, and it was a people who are not too far from being slaves. Now all of a sudden you have normal tribes, then you have Levites, and then above them you have sons of Aaron. So already we have emerging in the people of Israel tiers of society based on religious service. Something that will increase and expand as time passes, and it'll be interesting to see how that happens. But this is the foundation of the priesthood that served the people of Israel for basically the entirety of their existence. And it was only small adjustments and adaptations and adjustments to the political situation of the time that changed its basic structure. But the main structure of priests and Levites pretty well persists for the duration of the time that the people of Israel lasted before Jesus and even after. This has been a summary of Lesson 20 of the Turning to God's Word Bible Study, the letter to the Hebrews, an explanation of the mechanism of our salvation. For more information, consult our written study or visit our online forums at turningtogodsword.com.